everybody, Joel from RC Max UK here. Hope you're doing very well. Now this video has been on the back burner for a long time. I did buy, quite a while ago, a couple of videos on the channel, a Habao Hyper ST, which was nitro. I do occasionally run nitro actually. I know there's not much nitro on the channel, but I do have a couple of nitro Mugans, which I hope to run soon. But anyway, back to this car. So this is a Habao Hyper ST. I've done a brushless conversion very, very cheaply.
Why?
The idea was, I was looking
what
at
a fucking waste.
Car,
oh my god. This guy kills me, man. What's up, Nitro Nation? Muggy Maniac. Little quick follow-up on the last video I did. You know, I know my daughter was, you know, she came a little bit earlier than I thought, so I kind of cut into the video time. I had some things that I didn't finish covering. So this video is probably maybe going to run only 45 minutes. You know, I think that one was like, you know, because, you know, my videos have usually been an hour or so. But anyway. So, but there's a few things that I wanted, and something that I need to, like let you guys know that project new body here that I got for the Mugen MBX 7TR race truggy is going to be postponed, man. And I'm hoping this all works out. I'm kind of upset right now. But we'll get into that in a second. But anyway, this guy, UK RC, this guy has some really good videos on fifth scale. Does a lot of fifth scale. Him personally, he's one of those guys that shows everybody else's shit, but never shows his shit. Like, he has stuff, but he has like a tea bag, you know, piece of shit T-Max that he thinks like is the best thing since sliced bread. It's a fucking joke. Cause it's Traxxas. You know how I am about that. So anyway. But he shows some pretty, you know, this guy's UK, he's in you know, United Kingdom. Over there, British, whatever. British guy, English guy, whatever you want to call him. But anyway, he really shows pretty good video. But every so often, and lately, he shows these E-word bullshits. I mean, did you just see that? Why would you take a classic freaking Offna or even a Habao and convert it, take it a nitro like that and convert it into a, people that do that shit's like, man, that stuff makes me, I don't know if it makes me pissed, makes me like sad. I don't know. I have mixed emotions when I see guys. You know, I've had guys say, well, hey, they ask me, hey, Mr. Muggy Maniac, what do you think on converting, even converting an E-word, you know, into a nitro? It's, a lot of times it's too much. It's not even worth it, man. You gotta, sometimes you have to you can't just convert it like it's, they're made to convert. That's why they have E-word platforms. You know, that's why they, like, let's say the Mugens, they have an Echo, and they have a, you know, the Truggies, Nitro, you know, MBXTs and the MBX7s and so forth. Then they have the Echo, which is the electric. Okay? The chassis are different, first of all. So, a lot of times, unless, you know, you cut holes in it and alter the chassis, which I don't like to do. I mean, I don't do at all. And I've got shit like my Mugen. When I got my Mugen MBX 7, the buggy, I mean 7, I'm sorry, MBX 5 R, the buggy, that's why I'm replacing the chassis. The guy like cut holes and drilled shit out of it, and it's like, you know, I mean, it's okay. It's not a big deal, but it's getting to the point where parts of where the motor mounts into the chassis, they're starting to, I had to put some JB weld in there because I couldn't mount the bolts in there. You know what I'm saying? Because of the alteration, they re-drill or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you're weakening the chassis. It's just, it's not a good thing. Okay? So anyway, that guy, he Habao converted into, you know, a Hyper, take a Hyper 7, you know, classic, buggy, or Truggy, the Hyper, they had Truggies too, and converted it into an E-word. Excuse my language, what a fucking waste of time. I made the con, I always make, you know, when he does like cool videos of fifth skill, I give him thumbs up or whatever, you know. When he runs these bullshit E-word ones, and he's done like 5 T's, 5 B E-words, fuck that. Who wants to watch that shit? I think I'm going to unsubscribe to the guy. This guy is just, he's got 1 foot in the E-word and 1 foot in, and he's just all over the place. Okay? Those people are just so confusing. You don't know what the hell they're doing. One minute you think they're a Nitro guy, next minute you think that, because I think a lot of these people that are concerned, please subscribe, please give me thumbs up. I was just watching a Bodajo, an old video. He's never said that. He even said that on his video. This is an older one. He's never asked for thumbs up. He's never said, please subscribe. He says John thinks that shit's gay. And I agree. Hey, can you please subscribe down below? Can you please give me thumbs up? I appreciate it. Excuse me my language again. Fuck all that. That is gay. I don't care. Like I've told you guys know, I don't give a shit if you subscribe, or I don't even care if you unsubscribe. Do me a favor. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't do these for ratings, thumbs up. I'm not trying to earn a living, get a paycheck like some people are. Some people just eventually, they start out as they have the right intentions, helping and all that. And I'm not saying that guys, don't help anymore, or guys that used to. Just, I think they lose track of what they were doing this for, and they get caught up, and pretty soon YouTube's like, YouTube wants to govern you, and you got to throw in the commercial. I don't want to get to that point, really. I mean, I'm already past where I even thought I would ever be in a million, in many years. I know, if I hit 200, I'm going to be like, this crazy. I never thought I would get past 50, and I really didn't care, because I just want to help some people out. The handful, the elite, I call them, Elite RC, shout out to you, brother, since I mentioned that. Shout out to Roger111, Mr. Zah doing his thing. My main brothers that I talk to all the time. Shout out to Mr. Whipkey, me, him, hey, he's changed his number with me. I'm telling you, man, I like Connor, because this guy actually is, I believe that this guy is just sold out for Nitro. And that's what I'm talking about. If I get one guy like that, I could care less about all the other people. By the way, welcome. He finally gave me his name. Mr. Alex there, the guy, the kid in Germany, doing his thing, I mean, he's doing some stuff, doing some videos, We got, Nitro Rick out there. I don't know if Rick's doing any videos yet. He says he's camera shy, which is basically you're hand shy, because that's all you see. I mean, we don't see your face most of the time. I mean, you guys have seen me, and I'm not hiding from nobody. But anyway, whatever. I mean, if you just don't feel like doing videos, and to me, you're either, if you're going to talk about it and get the chat going on and all, be about something. Do something. Contribute to Nitro besides just, words. Actions speak louder than words. Period. End of discussion. So if you're a guy that's just all words, there's never no action behind anything you're saying, which means you're not showing people, sharing people. You're just sharing your mouth. I mean, there's not a lot of weight to that. Now, if you're running your mouth, and then then we're tuning into your channel, and I don't care if you do one video a month. At least do something. I just think people are just too lazy, man. And those people eventually, they just kind of fade away, and you see them disappear because they weren't really even into it in the first place. Oh, they said they were into it. Oh, they're talking a good game. Oh, yeah, they're yapping and yapping, I mean, really? Are you? Okay, well, time will tell. Anyway, eventually those people just get blocked out of making comments on my channel. Why? Because I can, that's why. So anyway, the RC Max guy, I think I'm going to unsubscribe to him. That guy he just doesn't, I'm not into fifth scale now anyway. And I only had it because at a time, he does a lot of fifth scale. But then he just goes into this E-word shit, conversions and his T-Max. I don't care about that shit. I'd rather just unsubscribe to him. Somebody asked me about the tire thing. I think I kind of touched on it. There's a guy there are a few people that do it, and there's different ways to unglue your tires. You do whatever you want. You can either take a blow dryer or a heat gun, put some gloves on because it's going to get hot, and you're going to slowly heat the edges of the rims, and eventually Just be careful. Don't melt your rims, and you soften it up, and you pop the tires off. Okay, not too hard. Or you do it in the oven. I have my little, little pizza oven, my little snack oven here. You guys seen this little Black & Decker thing? Man, I've had this thing for like a few years. This thing's still going, man. I use the crap out of this thing. Put it in this thing on 350 heat, bake 350. 15 minutes. Just kind of watch them. 15 minutes. No more. Right out. You can't do too much. It's better to do a little bit less and check it, but you got to do it right. Because if you start going like 20 minutes, or you got to. I would just stand in front of it and watch them. I don't care. Because I remember the first time I did it a long time ago with a rim that was messed up anyway. I just wanted the tire and the rim was no good. I melted that shit. I saved the tire, but the rim was done. So you got to be very careful. So there's a guy that explains exactly how you do it. I mentioned it before. His name's Mike B. I used to subscribe to this guy. I unsubscribed because this guy, he's a full-on low-C guy. Buggies, low-C buggy. If you want to know anything about low-C buggies and .21s and racing like Raja, Mike B, go watch his video. But other than that, he does E-word too. So, I mean, I don't mess with guys like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a pure nitro guy, I'm really probably not going to subscribe to your channel. So that's just me. You guys do what you want. Freedom of speech, freedom of whatever you want to do. But that's how I roll. So I'm not subscribing to nobody unless they're just pure nitro. If they're not pure, that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to keep. I want to not only help nitro grow, but I think it's important that we keep nitro pure. So if you're the guys out there that are in one leg in, E-word, I'm not going to do a lot for you. And eventually I'm going to weed you out of my channel. I want guys that are just, and you don't have to be gung-ho and like me and Wikipede and Raja, strictly nitro. I mean, yes, you do strictly nitro. Let me rephrase this. You don't have to be all bananas like we are. But if you're just not into just nitro alone and you want to, I want to do nitro and I want to do electric too, then just go do electric. I mean, choose one or the other. It does, not for me anyway, but generally speaking, when you're doing both, it's confusing because you're trying to apply shit to each one, and it doesn't have anything to do with it. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Sometimes the Muggy Maniac doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm just babbling. But anyway, just pick one and just go for it, man. Don't be like these hybrids. That probably even irritates me more. I was into, watching certain guys that I thought were nitro, and then all of a sudden they said, well, in the wintertime I don't run a lot of nitro, so I go run E-word. I was like, what? E-word? You do E-word too? Oh, hell no. I'm out. Unsubscribe. Peace out. Alright, so anyway, that's enough of that. So what's going on with the Muggy? Well, first off, we got this thing is fully disassembled. Well, not fully disassembled, but we tore apart the MBX 7 Mugen. This is the front end, and this is the second time bashing this thing after a complete teardown, so it's still good. I cleaned it up very, very, very thoroughly without having to take it apart. Kind of a hand. I don't want to say hand job. That sounds funny. doesn't sound good. Did a detail on it without having to disassemble everything. Now, when I do this, I'm taking everything off the chassis, and I did take everything apart because I wanted to do the carbon fiber wrap, which I did. Okay, it turned out okay. Like I said, looks isn't everything. I got to run it and see how it's going to hold up. I don't know how it's going to hold up, but I think it looks pretty cool. So there is the carbon fiber wrap on the Mugen MBX 7. What do you think? I think it looks pretty sick. I like it. I think it's cool. It's got to be patient with it. You got to make sure you cut out, get out all the holes and all that, and be careful because when you're screwing stuff back in, You don't want to do it too tight because it kind of wrinkles. You know, it is a skin, so to speak. So anyway, now I just got to put it all together. So this is what's going on with the Mugen. So the body, right? So I paid like $30-something for this body. You know, we checked it out and it fit, right? Because I was thinking, because usually they don't come with pre-drilled holes. Most bodies. Okay, this is a Mugen body though. I mean, it's by Proline, but it's, you know, you've seen the tag on it. Proline makes them for Mugen. It's got a Mugen tag on it. This is the Mugen stock Mugen body that comes when you buy the new MBX 8T race truggy. Okay, this is the body style. Now they have the aftermarket Proline one. Well, I don't know if they have a Proline or they have the Proline one, which is called the Hawk. It's different. And they also have, I think they have a JC Concept one, which is different too. Those are the other two. Now, they wanted a lot for the JC Con. I paid like less than 40 bucks. They wanted almost $60 for a Proline. A-Main wants to charge you $30-something for the body and then $14 to ship it. I was like, hell to the no, I'm not paying that. You know, this probably isn't the thickest, but I'm going to lay some layers of paint on this baby so it'll help it. I might, after I get done painting it, I might either do the aluminum tape on, you know, the corners where I know it's going to get stressed out. Or I might do like Raja does, even though I'm not racing, you know, do the fiberglass or the, you know, shit like that. Just to, you know, make it stronger, because this isn't real thick plastic. The JC Concept, like on the Techno, that's why I like the JC Concept. So I'm going to get me another one, a JC Concept for the Mugen. But this JC Concept plastic, before you even paint it, this shit's thick, man. It's probably a millimeter thicker, or at least a half. I'd say no, a millimeter thicker than Proline even. And remember, this is a Proline, but this is a Proline that's from Mugen. It's not the aftermarket Proline, which they call the Hawk. This is just the standard stock that comes on the MBX 8, the new 8 Truggy Mugen. But I think it's pretty cool. I like the design. I mean, I'm not, you know, when I get done with this thing's going to be like sick. But anyway, check this out, people. So I start looking at it. See that right there? I don't know if you guys, let me get you guys, see. Okay, now look at this side here. See this here? How this is smooth? Over here, I had to pop it out. It's damaged. This whole piece was pushed out. I had to push it back in. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And you can even see where it's bent up here. This whole corner got damaged when they shipped it. I mean, and I should have known. Look at the box. Look at this box. Excuse my language. This box is fucked up. It looks like they stepped all over this thing. So I sent this company pictures where I got it from. Sent them pictures of it. It's really hard to see. I mean, I'm sure you guys can see that right there. Look. Okay, look at that corner on the left. See the corner right there. Now look at that corner right there. See where that's all creased? Yeah, that shit ain't happening. So, this is what I'm talking about, man. Some people will be passive and like, you know, oh, okay, well, you know, I could still do it. I'm not even painting this fucking thing until I find out what they're going to do. If they want me to send it back, I told them, I said, you're paying for shipping. And it's still an inconvenience because I got to package this shit back up, lug it down to the fucking... now, I was cool. Now when I'm talking about it again, you can tell I'm getting pissed off. I'm pissed. Because this is going to hold me up now. I wanted to do this in the next couple days and show you guys how to do the whole picture paint art and, you know, that I was talking about, you know. Now I can't. So hopefully, I told them, you need to give me a response, and this was last night, within 24 hours. If not, I'm fucking jacking up your review, and then I'm gonna pursue this matter even further. File a claim with eBay and all that. Because this is bullshit. This wouldn't have happened if these dumbasses. You can't ship a body with this. That's not going to do shit. Okay? Anybody knows that. Come on. And I've done shipping and receiving for many years, different companies. But I mean, you know, you got to put in, when you're shipping bodies, you got to put those bubbles. The paper's not going to do nothing. Okay? So they're going to either tell me, and I've had this happen one time with another body, they're either going to tell me, listen, go ahead and send it back, you're going to pay, and I'm pissed off. Or what they should do is they should give me a full refund and just let me keep the body. Which I'll work with it, even though I really don't want to, because that corner is going to show up when I paint it. As soon as I go to put paint on it, you're going to see where that corner's fucked up. You know? Or, like I said, they might just let me keep this body and send me another one. Which is cool. But if they want this body back, I'm going to be... Because I got to wait now. Bottom line is, I got to wait another, what, fucking week? Took me a week to get this? 4 days, 5 days, whatever? No bueno, man. Muggy's pissed off. So anyway, that's what's going on. These idiots don't know how to ship. You know, so I mean... Oh, here's the company. So just so you guys know, Force RC, Champaign, Illinois. So these knuckleheads, I took pictures of the body. I took pictures of the bot. My daughter helped me out on it. She, you know, because I was kind of pissed off. It was hard for me to do it. I was upset. I was mad. I was excited. You guys seen him in the last video. I was excited, like, yes. I was afraid this wasn't even going to fit. Because it's an MBX, it's for the new 8. I mean, mine's a 7. Which means they didn't change the body post on them. The body posts, they're the same. Which is cool. And it's already pre-cut. And I was like excited. I don't have to cut shit. The only thing I had to cut out is where the motor's, the cooling fin's going to hang out. And that's when I noticed this in the corner, this big old fucking crease. And I was like, son of a bitch. Pissed off. Anyway. So hopefully that all works out. I'm just going to have to delay it now. And I wanted to show you guys how I do that shit. So you guys are going to have to wait. I probably won't even get to this till next week now. So that's kind of fucks up my whole, not my whole week, but this even happening. So anyway, let's move on. Well, you know, what can you do? Can't cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. You know, so anyway, I'm still going to put the, you know, I'm glad it wasn't, you know, I didn't have a body. If it was a situation where I didn't have a body and I was doing a build, then I would really, really be even more pissed off. I already told him, you're holding me up on my project that I got going on. And I got to fucking wait for these guys and all that bullshit. So I'm not happy. I need to run another video. Maybe I'll do that later. You know, you guys don't put up with shipping bullshit. Most of you guys should know by now, unless you have a track day hobby like Ray's Hobby Shop that Mr. Bodegel has, which, man, if you do, you're blessed. Camp out at that place, because those don't exist anymore. You know, I'm in Southern California, right? And we ain't got shit. A-Main is 8 hours away. I wish they were closer, because I would be at A-Main every day, because they have a store and everything. They got a track. They got all that stuff. You know, so anyway, you got to do all your shit online. All your shit through eBay. And you're going to get shit like this. And you're going to get... See, we don't need this. Especially the newbies. You know, a newbie gets this and he's, you know, like fucking wants to quit. Another excuse. Oh, man, I got to deal with the shipping shit. Maybe I don't want to do Nitro. Maybe I should just go to get a Traxxas or get an E-Word. I mean, come on. That's why shit like this makes people quit and go do E-Word. Because they can go to Traxxas, because they're, you know, Traxxas warehouses are everywhere now. All the hobby shops, that's all they are, Traxxas warehouse. You know, or Horizon warehouse. You get all the Horizon garbage, you know. And that hurts Nitro and sets us back. You know, shit like that. So, you know, I'm going to run another video on, just don't put up with that shit. Make sure you get what you're paying for and they take care of you. You know, that comes to, now that I'm talking about this, I was talking to my daughter last night about, you know, she was telling me about eBay, and Dad, you got all these subscribers now, and I don't care about that shit. She said, oh yeah, but you know, eventually you're going to get to that point, and then, you know, they're going to want to govern you. I'm like, well, hell with that. You know, that's not what I do this. I don't know how many times I got to tell people that. I don't do this for any of that. You can give me all the thumbs down you want. You can unsubscribe. I don't give a shit. If I have 4 subscribers and they're all full on, sold out, sick in the head nitro guys, I'm cool. They don't even have to be 4, just a couple. That's cool with me. I don't care. So anyway, the video that I had the most views, like 300-something views. It's totally ridiculous. I was tripping out on that because I was checking out some to see what I got deleted that I need to go over again. I think it's important to you guys. Get what you paid for, which was about shipping and how you deal with it and what you look for and and all that. So maybe I'll do a part 2 to that. I did one a long time ago I deleted called Shipping Woes. Trust me, in 4 years, you know how much shit that I've had shipped here to my place, or to where I'm shipped to me? Psh, I lost track. eBay will only let you go back 3 years or 2 years. Man, I can scroll back. I'm talking like probably 1,000 times that I've had shit shipped to me. That's a lot. I've got a lot of my packages and boxes, but a lot of that shit I got rid of because I didn't have any place to put it. Like, I could have literally filled this whole room with boxes and packages of shit that I got shipped. So I know about this shit, trust me. And I become, not to toot my horn, an expert. If you want to know anything about shipping and what to deal with and how to deal with it and what to look for and what not to, make a decision of should I buy it from this guy, the bidding shit, all that on eBay, man, hit me up, man. No problem. I got all that shit down. And I still deal with that shit. Here, perfect example. Oh, but they're going to fucking pay. Trust me. They're going to pay, or their review's going to get they're going to get beat the hell up by their review. I'm going to freaking trash this company's name if they even try to dick me around. I don't put up with that shit. I got other things to do, but I will take my time and sit in front of my laptop here, and give these people hell. Otherwise, they're going to just continue to do it, man. You can't let these people get away with this bullshit. It's not, like I said, the newbie's going to get all bent out of shape. So anyway, enough of that guy. But check this out, man. My daughter set up, I'm changing computers, but she set up my computer, and look at my background. Oh, snaps. What do you guys know about that? Oh, Kratos, baby. That's right. She knows I love God of War. One of my favorite. Anyway, I had a couple unboxings, but it's not really nothing to do with Nitro, so I really don't want to do any kind of unboxing. This is just stuff my daughters and my mom gave me. This is kind of cool. It's one of those things when you're just chilling on your bed or whatever. Put your laptop on it. It's got pockets in it and stuff. But check this out. My daughter gave me a new laptop. Snaps. Now, this is like bigger than mine too. Hell yeah. Brand new too. Acer. They're not bad. So the Muggy Maniac has got a brand new laptop. Not that there's anything wrong with the HP that I have, but I mean, look at the size difference. Just supersized. Hell yeah. So, we'll use this one for, when I go places. So this one will be my main one now. And check out what Mom's gave me. Mom's hooked me up. Got a surround sound, Bluetooth, some shit. I gotta figure that out, so I would unbox it, but it has nothing to do with Nitro. I'm not the guy that's going to do the unboxings of stuff that doesn't have to do with anything we're talking about. So, you know what? Now, let me show you guys 2 things. One, I wanted to cover real quick, and then we're going to end this video. I got a lot of shit to do today. By the way, if you aren't running a motor saver and an outerwear, you just have no idea. This shit, if you can run them, which in my vehicles, fortunately I can, except the only one I can't is the buggy. A motor saver won't fit in there because it's too bulky. These are the best thing to protect your motor. And you know why these are great for the lazy guy. If you're the, excuse my language, if you're the lazy fuck that doesn't like to do, you know, deep cleaning and shit, and because you're just lazy, you need to get one of these for sure. This filter, I've ran, this is off, well, I put it on different vehicles, but I've ran at least 2 gallons of fuel through this, at least. And look at it. Fresh. The only thing I cleaned, and I really didn't need to, was this part. And it was barely dirty. I mean, look at the protection. You got this, then this piece goes over this, then you have this filter that goes over it, then you have the outerwear. I mean, you've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of protection. Nothing ain't getting in. That's why, I mean, that's so important, man. I see guys that have dirty ass air filters. I don't know why they don't get it. If you get any kind of little crumb, even a pubic hair of dirt into your crank, you're gonna fuck your motor up. And if you just want to fuck your motor up, then don't even listen to what I just told you. Don't even worry about these. Just run a regular, you know, the regular standard old air filter, and hopefully your motor lasts for at least a couple gallons. I don't know how long. I think maybe I think I had to run. No, I've never had to change the inner parts of these. The inner filter. I mean, look at that. 2 gallons of fuel. Look at that. Dirt, dust, mud. Every situation you can think of that I've bashed through, and at the most, the only thing I'm cleaning is this stuff. Cleaning the outerwear, obviously. Cleaning this piece, and this wasn't even that dirty. And just kind of brushing this out. I mean, you ain't getting no dirt when you're running this shit. Now, if you can't, I know low-seas you just can't. Low-seas you can't. John was pissed because he loves motor savers. He has it in his older vehicles because he can fit it in his LSTs and stuff. But he can't fit it underneath the hood. It won't go underneath the body of a 4.0 Truggy. So you can only run the outerwear over the low-C stock filter, so which sucks. These are actually dyno too. Neil, when he was doing shit, he dynoed these motor savers, the full setup, and it increased power. It's pretty cool. So anyway, if you can get these and put them under, and if you can run it, maybe you might have to change the body. If you change the body of your low-C, maybe it might fit. I don't know. I don't have a low-C, so. But that's what you want to get. Motor saver and outerwear, man, because that shit is like the best protection for your motor, man, and you want to protect that motor by all means. So anyway, the last thing I want to talk about is my clutch setup. Now, the clutch setup that you guys seen that I ran on the last video, where that shit was doing freaking backflips. I mean, that Pico was getting busy. The first thing I want to mention, when you change your plugs, sometimes you have to retune the whole thing. Sometimes you don't. You just got to do a couple adjustments. It depends how drastic you change the plug. If you go from a number 4 plug to a number 8, well, obviously that's a huge difference. But if you go from like a 6 to a 7, or an 8, or maybe a 5 to it's not. It's going to just be slight. Because it's not going from way hot to way cold, or way cold to way hot. Does that make any sense to you guys? So I know there was a discussion about spark plugs, and you know that I said you have to retune when you change your spark plug. Well, you do, but let me clarify that. You don't have to like totally retune, depending, and it all depends on the plug. And a lot of situations depends what the weather is. The weather might have changed. It was hot earlier, and then you're running, and all of a sudden it just got cold, you know, and your motor started running a little different, so you started adjusting your tune. And then in my case, the plug fouled out. I had a number 6, so I switched it to a number 8. That wasn't a huge difference, so I didn't have to really do a lot of adjustment. Actually, you've seen it. That second part of the running videos that I did, the thing ran better. It's got an 8 in it right now, and I think I'm going to just stick with the 8. It's been rejecting the other plugs, the 5s and the 4s, for maybe because the weather's been changing. It's been warming up, so it doesn't need as hot as a plug. But the 8's running great. The 8 actually was running strong. The 8 this motor is actually got stronger on the second video, as if you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, than the first video. So now that's the plug thing. So like I said, sometimes you might have to make a little bit of adjustment. Sometimes you might have to just retune it all when you change your plug. It all depends. A lot of different things. Okay, so anyway, it's nothing to get all confused and about that, because most of you guys don't really have to change your plugs unless you're breaking a motor, like I mentioned to one of the guys. When you break in a motor, it's going to get really, the plug's going to run really, and it depends too. I've broken in, and I still have the same plug that I broke in, that my Novarossi 28.8 Rex Legend, okay? It's got over 2 gallons through it, stocker, that I run in the XTM Muggy. I've ran this same plug that I broke this motor in like years ago. This plug has never changed. But this is, you know, Novarassi's, these turbo plugs, Novarossi plugs, they kind of last forever. Well, I don't want to say forever, but they're really well made. They're great plugs, and you can use them in other motors that'll accept them. So, I mean, I use Novarossi plugs in my Reds. I've used them in my Picos. You know, you can even use them in OS, although OS makes really good plugs and, you know, are well known for making universal plugs. So, but anyway, the clutch setup that I have, that I've been running, where you see my shit's just getting busy. Okay, I'm running a 14 pinion. Okay, 14 tooth. I ran 13s. You can run a 15, but on a trigger I'm running a 14. On a buggy, I would say 13, personally. Okay. Now the shoes I'm using, this is a 4-shoe clutch. By the way, there's different clutches. This clutch and flywheel setup, this is a Serpent. It's by Serpent. It came with the OS motor when I got it. Was cool. So anyway, now the shoes I'm running 2 carbon shoes. Okay, and I'm running 2 Max Life Dynamites. Now, because they're different materials, on the heavier plug, I mean the heavier shoes, are going to come out faster. It's kind of the backwards. You would think the shoes that are lighter, like the plastics, aren't even lighter. Plastic, you think plastic would be lighter than aluminum. It's not. The aluminum, carbon, all of these carbon are lighter. These carbon are lighter. Okay, so lighter shoes aren't going to come out faster. You guys follow me? If it's a light shoe, light aluminum is lighter, obviously, than plastic. The aluminum isn't going to come out first. The plastics are. So, and I've got either on these. There's no aluminum and plastic. There's carbon and, well, no, there's carbon and aluminum. So these carbon ones are coming out when the clutch is engaging, when the RPMs are kicking in. These carbon shoes on here are coming out last. The aluminum ones are coming out first. So because the aluminum ones are coming out first, I'm putting a lighter spring. Now I hope this isn't confusing. There's a lot to clutches. I'm not the clutch expert. I mean, I hate to say this, but one of the best clutch videos that I've ever watched, where you really want to get it to the science, watch You Know Who. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know? See, I'm a good sport, even though, you know, he's just whatever. You know, hey, credit due where credit's due. Even though the guy's you know, excuse my language, a dickhead, you know, and thinks he's, you know, king shit on Turd Island, I still, you know, credit due where credit's due. He has one of the best clutch videos that I've ever seen. He's got it down, pretty much. And there's other guys too, but his stands out to me. And he had, I think there was a 2-part series. But anyway, he talked about the weight of clutches and all that. So I don't want to, you know, give him too much credit, because now he might, you know, his head might swell up again. Want to deflate that guy, not inflate. You want to get his ass humbled down. But anyway, so I use light springs, I use light springs on the the heavier shoes, which in this case would be the aluminum, and the medium springs I use on the carbon. So anyway, that's me. I mean, you could just use all medium, you'll be fine, or you can use it all light. I wouldn't use heavy. Do not, on a modified, and this is only for modified motors. Now, if you're running a stock motor, bigger motor, or any stock motor, you want to go with nothing lighter than medium. Medium and heavy, because the stock motor needs help. So, do what you want, run what you want. That's what works for me. That's why my shit's pulling the friend up and doing backflips and shit. I think before I run I want to put this on the frickin' on the Techno, on the modified Novarossi, and see how it does. I'm going to experiment with that too. So I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to run the Muggy yet or if I'm going to run the Techno. I want to run the Techno too. I want to run my modified Nova Rossi. So, I mean, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm still messing around with the pipes and combos and everything. So that's pretty much all I got. That's 40 minutes. That's plenty of time. So I just wanted to update you guys on a little bit of what happened with that body. And I'll keep you guys posted. Oh yeah, see, here you go. Perfect example. Remember we were talking about the Badlands in the last video? Look. See that shit? Look at that. There you go. It's coming apart. It's not I glued these things pretty good. Dynamite glue, man. Recommended, really good glue. But look, they're coming apart. I'm going to have to re-glue them. I'm going to check these. I'm telling you, man. I'm going to have to change the inserts. And I'm going to have to tape them. Now, like I said, this is only applying if you got modded motors. This is what you're going to deal with. Even with the Badlands. Even with the either DE or Proline rims. Because these tires, once they get soft, they're gonna start ballooning. They're gonna become pizza cutters. I believe if I might be able to just get, I don't want to just replace the foam and then it still does it. I'm just gonna do both. I'm gonna tape a thin layer, just one single layer of Gorilla Tape inside of the tire. I'll show you guys how to do it when I do it, and it'll be a good video for me to show you how to get the tires off. So I might even do that sooner than I think. I might at least tape him and see how that helps, because I don't want to deal with ballooning. You know, I don't want to end up these tires blowing off all the time, and I have, you know, it's a headache. So anyway, that's all I got, people. Muggy Maniac is out. I got some shit to do. I will catch you guys on the next Brat video. Keep the comments going. Good idea, Mr. Nitro Only, or whatever, Alex, that's his name. We'll just call you Alex, because there's so many people that have that Nitro Only or Nitro this names. Well, I'm just going to call you, how about I call you A-Rod? Because if you don't know who that is, maybe you don't because you're in Europe, A-Rod is like a legend, all time, even though it's a shame, you know, he got caught using steroids. Alex Rodriguez, man, man, that guy is one of the greatest all time. We're gonna call you A-Rod. That's what they call him, because his name is Alex Rodriguez. And your name's Alex, so we're gonna call you A-Rod, if you don't mind. I'm gonna call you A-Rod. How about that? Other guys call him by his name or whatever his YouTube name is, but I'm gonna call him A-Rod. So, all right, A-Rod. Oh yeah, Mr. Wikipede. One more thing. I got your package. We're gonna see if that the PO box thing works, because when I go to when the post office punches in the address you gave me, it says a different city and a different zip code when the post office puts this in. So I don't know why. I'm going to tell them about the P.O. box and see what that does. So that should, you know, trying to get this shit to you, bro. But I don't know, you actually you must live out in the sticks, so literally, because it's coming up weird. So anyway, shout out to all you guys. Muggy Maniacs out. You know, keep up the good work. Keep the talk going, but keep the airs clean. Don't be, you know, don't be bullying other guys. Don't be giving other guys shit on my channel, because I will block your ass. Okay, keep it real, but keep it clean. Okay, you don't have to get all hostile. And you guys, you know who I'm talking to. Two of you guys out there. Okay. So anyway, that's all I got. Other guys, if you got your shit hibernating and shelf bitching and sitting on collecting dust until, you know, whatever, the avalanches clear or whatever. Just make sure you set your piston bottom dead center. Don't jack up your motor. Yeah, the body, we're gonna get to that. We'll get to the paint, the artwork that I'm gonna put on it. We're going we're going all the villains, all the Batman villains, so you guys know. Joker, there might be some Penguin on here, Bane, maybe Poison Ivy, just because she looks hot anyway. So, but I don't know. I'll decide all that. I'm gonna start deciding what pictures I'm gonna get and get them all trimmed and cut out and ready for this thing, for when they send me my new one, because I don't even know if I'm gonna do it on that. So, we'll see. But anyway, that's all I got, people. Peace out.